Okay guys, before I get this video started, I need to show you something really cool. Computer on. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, let's get this video started. Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. On my Instagram, a lot of people expressed interest in coding vlogs, and that's what we're going to do today. So my plan for today is to show you a few behind the scenes of the development process and to explain my current project. Currently I'm working on a system monitoring tool in Golang, and to explain that we probably need some paper. So first of all, what do I mean with system monitoring? I mean logging of key measures like memory usage, CPU usage, network usage and so on. The system monitoring application I'm building is actually more of a network comprised of three main applications. There is the agent, the database and the client. The agent is supposed to be an executable that can run on any server. Once it has been started, it will start collecting the information and send it to the database in a certain interval. At the moment it's 5 seconds. The database is just a MySQL database at the moment. To make it more user-friendly, there should probably be an application in the future that will set up the database correctly for the user. The client is just there to display the information. The idea is, I can see all of my servers at a glance on a dashboard type interface and see if there are any problems. The client can basically be anything. I'm planning to make it a command line application, but a web app or desktop application would also work. Currently I'm working on the agent and the other two applications don't exist yet. Okay, here we are at my computer in my code, and now we're going to look at it and I'm going to explain a bit what exactly is going on here. Okay, I just need to preface this code is still very ugly and it's basically just proof of concept, and I just threw this together in a few hours, but it's going to be a lot nicer in the future. But right now it's just copy and paste it together and it's really bad, but it's going to get better in the future. So as I said, I'm developing this in Go. To get these system metrics, I'm using a library called go-osstat. Maybe I'm going to move away from it and build a custom solution, because I don't really like it that much. So I'm using these two methods from the library, or using the library, to get my memory usage and my CPU usage. I also built these two functions to get uptime and the host name of the system. Basically, they execute a command in the command line and then I use the output of that for whatever I want to do. So what I do here is I have the database login in a file and I parse that file, which is insecure, I know, but I just built it like this so I don't have to have my login credentials in my source code. So I use the username, password and IP to make a string, and that string is then used here at the beginning where I create the database connection. Now the first thing I do once the database is connected is I try to create a table with the host name of the system. So if you don't know what a host name is, this is the host name right here. So my host name is just Ubuntu right now. So each system connects to the database and creates a table with its own host name. So if the table already exists, it just throws an error and it isn't a problem. Now this is the heart of the agent application. This is just a for true loop, or it's an infinite loop. And here I prepare the statement, the SQL statement, and I get all of the data from the functions I mentioned before, and I insert these into the statement, and then I execute that statement. And this of course is just a statement to send all of the metrics and put them into the table we created earlier. And then it sleeps for a duration of 5 seconds, and I can change that of course how long it's supposed to sleep, and then it does the whole thing over again. So as long as the agent is running, it updates every 5 seconds with the values that it gets from the functions. Okay, so that's how it looks at the moment. It's not beautiful, I know. I'm going to make it a lot nicer. The first thing I'm going to do now is to make it a command line program. Okay, so this is Cobra. It's a library for creating powerful and modern CLI applications. And it's pretty easy to use and it's pretty cool. I used it last year, but I think I've forgotten everything again. Okay, now I'm going to do something that I've wanted to do for ages, and that is a coding live stream on YouTube. And what I'm going to do in that live stream is convert this program into a program with the command line interface using Cobra. So yeah, let's get to it. I just wrapped up my first live coding stream. I streamed for about an hour or a little bit over an hour, and I think it went kind of okay. I think it was pretty boring to watch because most of the time I was just reading documentation. So the problem is I was using Cobra and I haven't used Cobra in ages, but I had no idea anymore how Cobra works, so I was just reading documentation the whole time and it probably wasn't very entertaining to watch. Also, it's almost 1 AM now, so probably should go to bed now. Good night. Okay, it's the next day now. It's crazy how fast time flies in YouTube videos. But we're going to continue coding in a second. First I want to talk about something pretty cool. This company called Easy Peasy, who make glasses, sent me a pair of their blue light filtering glasses for free, and they are pretty dope. They didn't pay me to say anything, they just sent me a pair for free to test out, and I'm going to make a detailed post on Instagram in a few days once I've tested these out more. But my first impression is that these are pretty cool. They filter out 40% of blue light, and it's pretty awesome, especially if you have a lot of eye strain, and it helps you sleep at night. If you didn't know, blue light from screens can actually prevent you from falling asleep. Okay, I want to try something. Did it work? Okay, so enough fooling around. I'm going to continue working on this application, and I'm just gonna sum up what I did yesterday on stream. Okay, I'm just gonna try and explain this right here without breaking my camera setup. So here you can see I'm executing the binary, and I have a command, and I also have a flag which is -h. And if I run that, you can see it shows me a help screen which shows all flags that are available for this command, and I have IP, password and user, and this is the command to set the database credentials. And this is, until now, everything I have is just basically an empty shell. I have the commands in place, now I just need to actually make them do something. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. So yeah, let's get coding. I used to work in my school's IT department with a few other students, and every year we have a summer barbecue, and that's where I'm going right now. So let's see you there. It has been several days since I have continued working on that project, and the agent side of that project is pretty much done, and it's still just a proof of concept program at the moment, but the agent side of that project is done for now. If you don't know, 2 months ago I've registered a business, and the thing is that you have to register for taxes and everything, and I've been just working on that all day, just trying to get through all of the bureaucracy surrounding registering a business, especially with all of the taxes. You have to be a pro, and I'm kind of scared I'm going to do something wrong, but I'm doing my best at reading everything and trying to get this sorted so I can start my business. So the coding vlogs I've seen until now on YouTube were all not really explaining what was going on, and they were very entertainment focused, not really content focused. I want to put an emphasis on actually explaining what I do in these videos, and hopefully my viewers can learn something from it, but that also means that the video can be boring for some people. I hope this video wasn't boring. I've done my best not to make it boring, and if it still is, please give me some feedback how I can do it better in the next video. The problem is that phases where I explain stuff like earlier in this video tend to be quite long and somewhat boring. It's hard to make that entertaining, so only people who are actually interested in that will not click away. So I hope it was watchable, and in the next video we will definitely build the client side of that application so we can actually display the data and have a user interface for monitoring our servers. If you are interested in future videos, you can subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell to get notified whenever I upload. I'm definitely going to try to upload more often, but it's hard to strike that balance between quality and quantity. Make sure to check me out on Instagram at FUTC.coding, and I also have another Instagram account if you're interested in that. It's for photography, it's called FUTC.photography. So please leave me some feedback on this video format if you like it, if you like these coding vlogs, and what I could do better to make them more entertaining. And yeah, that's about it. See you in the next video. Bye bye. On a side note, this is the Samyang 35mm f1.4, and it's a pretty cool lens, and I've tested it to its full potential the last few days, and there's a review coming on that here on YouTube very soon. Focus!